It's not Big Dick Picasso,
No,
is it?
it's not Big Dick Picasso. He's probably like...
This was recorded at the Media Joint.
That is so rogue.
Boy, that's a bit rogue.
Is it even that rogue?
Welcome back to another episode of A Bit Rogue. Today I have Suzan Mutesi. She is a Sydney socialite, actor and author. She has a book called Love Beyond 30s, which we'll go into more. For those that are watching, it's on the screen. You can probably see it's a little spicy book. What I really want to know is, how does one even start a book? Like, do you just open up your notes, bang out some ideas? Do you have to make like a mind map? Or how do you do it? Because I literally, if someone said to me tomorrow you have to write a book, I'd be like, what the fuck do I do?
Yeah. Well, this is like my fourth book.
Wow, girl.
Yeah.
She's like author.
Author, legit. I've self-published and I've also had publishers. I've worked with publishers.
What is the difference?
Publisher is publishing your book and then you give them a percentage. But also self-publishing, you get more of your percentage. But it's not even just that.
I actually heard Elodie from her book, Darling Shine. No, what's her book? I can't remember what her book's called, but her podcast is Darling Shine.
Yeah.
And she, I think, makes like 12% because she has a publisher.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me. So
Yeah.
I guess it is better in one way having published yourself.
Yeah.
But the publishers, what do the publishers do that makes it easier than publishing yourself?
I guess like having a publisher, you're depending on them to kind of like promote the book and do everything for you. But it's not necessarily what will happen, because they have a lot of books also.
Yeah.
And is your book actually that good?
Yeah.
You know? But it's nice when you have a publisher. But still, there's so many ways you can publish a book if you want to publish a book.
So how would someone, let's say like I'm a budding author and I want to write a story on myself, a biography. How does one then find a publisher? Like, do you just Google?
Shit, read.
Shut the fuck up. How do you find a publisher?
That goes in, like, that's like...
It's a bit road, doll.
I was
I
like,
told you,
wait,
it's
wait,
not
wait.
Channel 7.
I was like,
It's not
wait,
the
wait,
morning
did
show.
we just do that? Sorry. I just had a brain fart. Would you say brain fart? Like a phrase?
You can swear if you want.
Yeah, no. So how does one find one? Just look it up. There's so many. It's just like anything.
Yeah,
How does one find bread?
true.
You know, those simple things. And then, yeah. But you just, someone recommends you. Because not every publisher is going to want your book.
Oh,
And
because you have to pitch yourself.
you have to pitch yourself.
Right.
And also, like, what season are they in? Do they want new releases now? Some publishers will be like, we just want horror films, horror books.
Yeah.
And then others are like, oh, we want rom-coms. Others will be like, we don't want anything right now. We just want memoirs.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah.
I understand that a bit more now. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Your book is a bit spicy and it's based off some experiences you've had in life.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to deep dive into some fun, especially one of your chapters. I think I skimmed over and it said Big Dick Picasso. So I felt like nothing was really off limits. And last night I went out to dinner with a girlfriend and we ran into our other girlfriends. Not sure how this came about.
Yeah.
But we started talking about things like squirting and we were like, is it actually wee or is it a different fluid? And half the table were like, it's wee, and the other half were, it's different.
It's a different...
Well, we were like, it actually doesn't really smell like wee.
It doesn't.
It's clear.
Yeah, it's clear.
Right.
Yeah.
Do we see any of that in the book or read any of that in the
Well,
book?
there is a chapter I'll let you read. Hopefully we'll give people an insight.
Yeah, I want to read it at the end.
And talking about that, I literally had a mom, like I went to a dinner and we were on the table and I was just telling my mates and I'm like, do you know how many times my girlfriends are like, Suzan, we really want you to go out and just have fun and just go crazy. And then we started talking about, and I'm like, my friends are the ones who'll be like, you know, you better suck that dick. And then we had boys on the table. And then the boys are like, of course you better suck that dick. And then one of the guys is like, but no teeth. And one of the guys
why
like,
would you use teeth?
yeah, and then another guy's like, why not teeth? We need a little bit of the
What?
What? No. Executive decision from the guy in the room. Absolutely no teeth.
Do you know what that's called? That's called a cheese grater.
Yeah, and then one of the guys is like, I want a bit of, and then the other guy was like, and I want that grab and a little bit of a squeeze. And then I said, but
I
no,
understand
I just
that.
want you to suck the whole, well, sorry.
The microphone.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that. 'cause
Lean into
that
the
was-
ASMR. Go
Like
on.
I was like,
A little nibble, 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 nibble. What was that? I don't do that, I promise. That was actually what we were talking about too. Half the table were like, I would never. And I was like, I don't know.
Never
just,
what?
Like, never give a guy a head. I just didn't know that was a thing that girls didn't opt for. I was like, well, I'm 27. I'm only learning that.
it makes sense though, because sometimes some guys think it's like the go-to. Like, hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah, right. No, that's
Let's
not
go
my
down
go-to.
under.
I'm gonna wait a couple hours at least. Well, I actually watched a TikTok last night, and it was saying that women actually prefer shorter lasting sex than men think because they want to focus on foreplay, which is kind of like reading a book, I guess.
Yes.
Because when I became not sexually attracted to my ex, I read my first like smutty book.
Nice.
And I was like, I want to have sex with him. And it was because I read the book. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm freaking turned on.
Yeah.
So do you agree that men focus too much on sex and not really the foreplay?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
But then it depends on the guy.
true.
It's also, it's an individual thing, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause some guys are just like, I just want to pleasure you. Like, I've been fortunate. Like, I've had people who are like, I remember I went on a date. I talk about it in the book. I went on a date with this guy, and we just like took me to the randomly met at Bondi. You will read about him. He's probably maybe
It's not Big Dick Picasso,
no,
is it?
it's not Big Dick Picasso. He's probably like 25 pages down there. But so many stories.
I can get into 25 pages in a night, I reckon. I'll meet him really quick.
But he was amazing when we went to this date, and I remember we're just having like, I think he took me to this contemporary Chinese modern cuisine. It was
Cool.
just beautiful. Like we had like a 11 meals with special wines coming in. It was just very
Nice.
fancy.
Set menu.
Yeah, set menu. And then we sit there, we kind of like having a great time talking. Then he's like, so when was the last time you come? I was like,
Straight up.
no, we've been talking. So
Yeah.
we've been talking. And I'm like, oh, I just don't have sex. It just hasn't happened. Like,
I'm sorry, but can we just, the fact that you guys are nibbling on freaking fried rice and then talking about, you know,
spicy too.
bit of orgasms.
No, so it was just so random, like how he threw it up. Like, just, I was like,
He was
what?
obviously thinking about it. He's pre-planning.
Yeah. And I was like, well, it hasn't happened in a while. Like, honestly, like, I don't think there's, it's hard to date in Sydney. I just don't.
You know what, with pre-planning, I actually feel like it's actually gross when you go on a date with a guy and he's pre-planned, like, I'm going to have sex with this girl.
Yeah.
I was on a date where I literally was having dinner with this guy. Yes, we finished the food, but we were like mid-conversation and I could see him like kind of zoning out a bit.
I hate that.
And then he was like, I'm going to get the bill. And I was like, okay. And then I realized, I was like, he's trying to rush us out because he wants to go have sex. And then when he dropped me back home, he was kind of like, am I coming out? And I was just like,
Yeah.
no, bye. Like,
Yeah.
because you expected it, it made
Yeah.
me not want to. I was
No,
like,
but he wasn't, he was just asking, legit asking.
yeah.
Because that night we didn't have sex.
Yeah, good.
I literally just told him that
It's a bit of a turn off. Like,
it
just
was
don't
more
talk about
like
it.
I felt like he was just trying to suss me out. What kind of a girl do I have here?
Right.
Like, and then I was like, well, it's been a while. And then he's like, just so you know, I eat pussy. But the way he said it, it was just so.
How would you say it, Del?
No. You got to pay extra for that. That's
I
on the
thought that was-
Bit Road exclusive.
I keep forgetting you're in the room and it's freaking me out a bit.
But it was so, I think it was so hard because I was like, I didn't
what?
expect any of that. I loved the conversation. I was like, cool. Okay, it's good to know.
Yeah, it's a bit of a turn on, but I'm sorry, like, you're not special.
And then we continued talking. We went from like, I didn't even know all these underground pubs we went to,
Oh, like some
clubs.
speakeasies and stuff.
We went
yeah.
to a lot of cool places. He introduced me to his sister. They were Americans.
Wait, no,
they were traveling.
that's fucked. Oh, okay.
They were traveling.
I was going to say, that's actually scary. He might be a murderer. Like, you don't introduce someone to
No,
your family on the
they're
first
traveling,
date.
so they have like friends coming. It was all like safe. This
Fair.
guy had no intentions. He had like he's like,
I
It sounded
didn't-
like he had some intentions.
he did have good intentions,
Well, but
great intentions.
Well, I didn't know he was American. I feel like Americans are a lot more
He's American.
forward than Aussies. Like, I was talking about this the other day, like, with my guy friend. He was saying, like, he's Brazilian. And he was like, Australian men just don't know how to date properly.
they don't. Yeah.
So that makes more sense that he's American than, yeah, I get it. But also men asking when was the last time you come. Like, I'm sorry, lovehoney.com. Like, we've all got a fucking rabbit in our bloody undies drawer. Relax. It was probably that morning. Like,
Do
be
you?
for real. What do
Like,
you mean, do you?
wait, what?
I'm a single mum. I literally have a vibrators drawer. I'm good. Like, I was traumatized for so long that I was like, I will literally marry a vibrator
I
over a
recently
man.
just received my first vibrators in the like forever.
Have fun. We'll have a really fun weekend.
What is it called? Vush? No.
Oh,
what they
Vush.
call- Vush. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
We
think
love
if-
Vush.
They give me
I
like
hope it's not thrush. Jesus.
no Vush.
How did you know I took a thrush tablet yesterday, Jockalicious?
No, I thought she was saying
Ooh.
that she was, oh, what's it called? Thrush? And I was like,
No, it's
That's
called
something
it's
else.
Called, no, it's called Vush or something. What are you thinking about?
oh, I just thought that's what you said. And I was like,
He's been thinking about cream cheese.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. Speaking of
speaking of cream cheese.
cream
Yeah.
cheese.
What a segue.
What is the worst moment in the bedroom for you? Because one time I had the biggest sexual tension build up with a guy over like 5 different nights, and we finally got it going, and then he literally dacked himself and had a micro penis, and I was like,
Wait.
what do
could-
I do?
Please go back. What?
No, I saw a literal micro penis. I'm talking like, what's the guy from The Hangover?
I want to
I
laugh
don't
so
know.
hard. That's so.
No,
what?
I had to not laugh. And then I was like, because I kind of like jerked, I was like, and then I was like, oh my God, I need to make up for like reacting kind of
So
rudely.
you're not into micro penises?
Not really.
Yeah.
don't really fancy that. So then I was thinking like, oh, because I've been rude, I'm just going to have to fucking cop it and go for it. And then I
Did
was
you do it?
It doesn't sound like there's much there to cop, though. Isn't that
Did
part
you
of
do it? Did you do?
Okay, so then
Did you
I
do
was
it?
like, what do I do? Do
Did
I
you
like,
fucking-
you know?
Well, you sucked him.
Wait, I'm
Were you,
dead.
were you minty fresh afterwards?
Nice, that's a
Just
funny
like little
joke, man.
tic-tac?
Yeah, it was a tic tac.
Where did you do it though?
Well,
I'm curious to see like how you manage.
Does old mate know, like,
oh no, this is fucked. No, I don't know.
well, no, you're telling us.
Well, I was a bit pissed off after, and I remember saying to my friends, like, this was a really long time ago. This was like 6+ years ago. And I remember saying to my friends, I was like, why the actual fuck would he not pre-warn me? That's kind of rude.
No, because I
That's
would.
a medical
He's
problem.
confident.
That's a medical problem.
What is micro though? Are we talking
I'm
about
talking like
even when it's like
this
is
was.
Skye. Just remember, this is an audio platform.
I'm giving about 3 centimeters.
wait. But even when he's erected, it was still not going anywhere.
I didn't see it soft, and I like.
Was it soft? Maybe.
No, it wasn't.
Did you flick it?
I'm gonna start crying because I feel bad.
No, but I don't think.
Hey, buddy.
I think it's unfair of you to expect him to disclose that.
Yeah.
On like, I would assume that he's insanely insecure about that.
I'm going to put a poll on Spotify and say, do you think someone should disclose that they have a micro penis?
Do you think someone should disclose if they've got a knee slapper?
Yes, because this chick Flick
Hang
from
on, I've
the
got
WSL.
something to bring to the table.
No, I really don't think. I really don't think anyone needs to disclose that. It's like you saying, should you disclose if you got big boobs or a big butt? You don't have to.
I do.
I think
I tell people all the time, I'm like, I have a nice bum. I might be weird, but I have a nice bum.
But everyone is probably coming like vulnerable, but also kind of like.
Well, hopefully
saying,
everyone's coming. It's a fun night then.
What if everything you need, but it's just, anyway, yeah, but that's a bit traumatic.
No, because I've tried to be with someone that, you know, wasn't performing in the bedroom and it didn't work out. Look at me now.
Oh, dang.
She
Live
has
by
a full
myself.
Toolbox.
Literally. Anyway. So, worst moment in the bedroom, sorry.
I don't have those in bedroom.
You've never seen a micro penis?
Surely you've had a terrible experience.
I had a situation where I went to a party, and that's on that chapter you're going to read about the confessions of a young boy, but also ghosting and stuff. Yeah, so with that chapter, we woke up in the morning. We stayed at this mansion. It was a party. There was like over 20 bedrooms. Everyone had rooms. Like you could stay if you're drunk. Like, you know, don't go anywhere.
I love that. It's so much better than a lolly bag. I'd love a place to stay and not have to pay for an Uber.
It's just so good. So we stayed there, and then when we woke up in the morning, we in the kitchen there was like over 10 gay men, some straight, walking naked, washing dishes, cleaning up naked. And that's the first time I've seen like
multiple penises
in one room. And those micro ones, did exist in that room too.
That's really interesting that you say that, because when we had Mowgli in here, she was talking about sex parties, and I was like, I actually genuinely don't think I could do it because I would stare by accident.
I literally like, and everyone's like, hi, and the thing is just like there, like just like elephant things, like just there. Some are not, some are moving, some are. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to go get a coffee. I won't be helping with the cleaning.
Speaking of younger boys, so part of the book you talk about dating younger guys.
Yes.
So this is prevalent to me because I am dating someone younger than me, and it's my first time.
How
and
exciting.
I fucking love it. They are the like.
Oh,
what?
there it is.
I said love it.
Oh,
Oh, the eats.
No, don't be weird. I'll fucking come over and
You love him.
get ya. Shut up. Anyway, you made me lose my train of thought. Relax.
oh, she's got the love eyes on old mate.
Okay, anyway, I love it because he literally worships the ground I walk on. He
Yeah.
thinks I'm so pretty, so beautiful, so smart.
You're
He
very
just thinks I'm
sweet.
the coolest thing ever.
That's
and
nice.
also, like, he has the stamina. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's the fucking best.
Yes.
And anyway, speaking of that, tell me, are younger guys your thing?
Let me see. I have a type. Okay, it's not a type. I've noticed over years, obviously, majority of the guys that will come for me will be the younger guys. I don't know, maybe because I just
How
look
young is young?
From 21 and above.
21.
Yeah.
I thought my guy was young. He's 24. I feel like his frontal lobe, like, let's say in an ideal world, men's frontal lobes do develop. I feel like 25 is when your frontal lobe develops. So I'm like, he's almost there.
Some young boys have some serious,
But then again, this is actually pretty gnarly. I was just saying to Jock before, like, I don't think he understands the difference between lust and love.
And love. That's the only difference.
Because he's said, I love you. And I was like, the first time I was like, thanks, that's cool. And then one time I was like, please just don't say that, because
Unless you mean it.
yeah, but I was just like, I actually feel bad because I genuinely don't think you've had enough experience to understand that you just have a really big crush on me. Like, you don't know that I have raging ADHD, and now your content on my podcast, like, you probably are going to be like, fuck this bitch. So I'm like, no, you don't love me.
You're just a podcast version of Taylor Swift, let's be real.
That's actually a nice thing to say about me, Jock.
Oh, it
She's
wasn't
a
meant to.
billionaire.
Are you? We need to have a talk afterwards then.
Not really.
I love it.
Anyway, but yeah, I just feel like he doesn't understand the difference between lust and love.
But I've also seen younger boys who have actually committed and stayed in relationships. I've got a friend who, a few friends that I know that are dating young boys. They've been in the longest relationship. Look at Cher, like dating this young boy. Women are happy.
Yeah.
Like it depends on the individual and who you're actually dealing with. Some young boys have better experiences than boys who are like in their 30s or even 50s. You meet a guy who's in their 50s, they still want to go clubbing and doing like
100%.
things like, yet there's some guys who are, so it's individual. Some guys are like, I'm ready, like I'm young, I've got a house, I've got businesses, you know, like nowadays you can't just say, oh no, young guy can't do anything. But some
Have
guys
you
do.
found a demographic that, when I say demographic, like, you know, someone from the eastern suburbs or like the American blokes or in your travels, something like that, that tickles your fancy more than the rest?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
He wants to know.
Like,
if I
have
am
you
annoying.
found that there's a type of guy
Yeah.
that, yeah, you're more into, whether it's a city guy, a country guy, an American guy, a European fella, whatever. Like,
As in any guy
Any.
yeah.
that I'm into, that I'm liking right now?
Like, is
just
there
have to
one
right
that you
now, in
is there
general.
one that you've been drawn to, you know, more than the rest, for example?
Yeah. There's just one. But we don't talk.
He's like a sneaky link.
No, we've never done anything.
Oh,
We've
what?
just kind of like...
Please explain.
No, we just mates. We just... No, like, you know when you travel, like the Americans, but when you travel and then you meet in
Oh,
places...
you have this connect, and then you
so you
pass
have
each other.
that
Chemistry.
Like chemistry when you meet,
Ooh,
and then
hot.
but you don't do anything about it. You just it's there. But like,
Yeah.
but when I leave, I talk more to his other family than him. Like we don't talk.
Yeah.
I'm not pursuing
Maybe
that.
we'll get married one day.
But I'm quite open to like. I don't care. Like I've seen like he's a farm boy. They live on the farm, but then they also love to party too.
Yeah.
So, but he's very cool.
There you go, Skye. Another one.
I do love my farm boys. Yeehaw.
No, depends on the right one.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong, but
My
they got money
grandma
too.
always used to say the country boys are the best.
They're
Well,
great. There's nothing wrong
To
with
be
country
fair
boys.
though, one of my best friends, her partner is the same age gap between me and the guy I'm seeing, and he is the best partner. They've got a child together, they're engaged, and like I adore their relationship. Like they're the best of friends. Like they're just awesome team. So
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? This guy, we've actually spoken about him on another podcast, and I was rinsing him. And then anyway, in between, I've given him a shot, and it's just, yeah, I was like, this is actually mad. Like, I'm not going to now have a more open mind
Yeah.
with age. Like, before, I was like, I wouldn't even date 1 year younger than me.
No, you have to, babe. The limits are limitless. Like, there's no options anymore. Most people are taken or dead.
Yeah.
You know, and the options remaining are like limited.
I literally cannot.
Babe, like,
They're
you gotta
dead.
work with what you get. Like, if it's great, it's consistent, they communicate, they take you out, they have a vision, there's like something, like if there is something, hold on tight, sis.
Yeah, she holds
The
on, but
options-
it's normally got a fistful of AA batteries is what she normally holds on to.
Anyway,
Oh, the vibrators.
I have no shame. Vibrator doesn't
No,
talk
I think
back.
it's good. I think it's good. What's
Doesn't ask where I am when I'm out with the girls.
No, what's that company that's
It's okay.
doing good stuff in that department at the moment? It's a newer one.
Gosh. Was it
Normal Co.
Normal, yep.
Are they also vibrator company?
Yeah, they actually just came out with a kink box, which we can go into later. I actually wanted to talk about
Yeah.
dating tips. So when I started dating someone that I actually liked, I
Yeah.
was like, oh my God, how do I navigate a sleepover? Like, I was like, do I go to bed with my makeup on? Like, what's the go? And my friends were like, ooh, no, dirty girl. Like, take your makeup off. Like, don't be a freak. And I was like, okay. And someone said, like, just get your brows and lashes tinted, which I already do anyway. So, like, so you
wake up with the bros.
Yeah, so you wake up looking like snitched. But
I do a Kim Kardashian.
What do you mean?
Sleep with your makeup.
Yeah, I just don't
Spray.
know.
If you're just there for a day,
yeah,
like for just a night, do that.
I think
and then
after a
leave.
night out, but I like
Isn't that just catfishing then, though?
not
you ain't.
really.
Between no, but if you look at both of us, we don't wear a
Coming
lot of
from the-
makeup.
From the one guy in the room, you two are like, no, it's fine. Totally go to sleep and wake up not looking like who you are.
But you do. This is, look at
We
me.
don't wear a lot of makeup, so we're not worried.
Yeah.
We're very confident.
Well,
This
I
is not
thought-
going how I planned for it to
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
Yeah, we're ganging up on you. Well, I actually had my own, like, I thought about it if I was to tell a girl who just got back into the dating scene, because at first I was like so panicky. I'm like, well, I need to fucking relax. But then there's stuff that people don't talk about. Like, after dinner, I saw this one on TikTok, so I can't take full credit for this one.
Yeah.
But after you go for dinner, ask to go for a walk, because then you can, it's called a fart walk.
Oh, you need to fart.
So you go for a walk and then you like try fart before you get back home after dinner.
Sorry.
And then this is my other one.
Why are you gassy? Why are you eating the wrong things?
She's full of hot air. I don't know if you've noticed. She wants to fucking burp, fart.
Like, why would
No
you
one
do
light a match around her. I hope you're not into durries.
Can
You'll
you
fucking lose your head.
Stop, because if men are listening to this, like, I'm literally going to have to be a fucking lesbian for the rest of my life. Stop it.
But you know what I mean?
My best tip though,
Don't eat beans. Don't eat eggs.
but the next morning, tell him you're going for a walk to grab coffee. You stay in bed, run to the fucking public bathroom and go do a poo. Do a poo, because otherwise you're going to be uncomfortable.
up.
I can't.
Grow up.
I can't do like poos in homes I've never been in. Like if I've not been there before, it will take me days to shit in your toilet. Like it would.
I
take me
would
forever.
rather give myself a hemorrhoid than poo in the same house as a guy. So I'd rather go for gold in the public bathroom.
I'm just
200
blessed.
meters
I
down
don't
the
have
road.
to worry about it. My system won't even react. Like nothing would happen.
You need to speak to my naturopath, because I told her I went once a day and she said that wasn't enough.
Do you think guys are doing or having the same approach to
No, I
poos?
know for a fact that I've slept with a guy and then the next morning he just takes a shit and I was like, "Ugh, get me the fuck out of here.
Oh,
Why
that's
is that
gross.
gross? Fucking everyone does it. Like, yeah,
I
they're-
know, but
I'm
like,
saying like
relax.
It's the first time we're meeting, and then
Yeah.
straight away you just finished your business.
Yeah.
Light a
making love
match,
to
you'll be
you.
right.
And then
Light a match.
those I don't have those experiences, but I think it's also draws you closer.
Yeah, 100%. But like the first
Isn't
couple
that
times.
weird? The food draws you closer.
I mean, listen, I've had a baby. I've literally shit myself in front of multiple people. Do you have any advice to add to that?
To shitting,
Not to shitting, to dating. Dating advice.
dating, as in what?
Susan's
sense?
like, I'm actually also a doctor.
Oh, no, what do you mean? Like in
Dating
regards-
advice.
Have some
Just-
all brand. It'll help get things moving if you want.
I think in regards to if you're dating someone, I think ask the right questions. Like, well, I'm in my 30s, so I don't have the time,
Yeah.
the luxury. I'm a busy girl. She's busy.
Yeah.
I don't have the luxury to run around the field and just like go straight to the point. What's up? Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Like, ask the right questions. Where you going? What do you want? And stuff like that.
Yeah. I
If
feel
you don't
like-
feel it, keep going. Like, there's no need of being in a relationship for a year or so and you realize there was even nothing and that's time wasted.
Yeah.
I feel like my time is so valuable. By the time I'm giving you time, by the time I've got friends who are always on the dating app, they're seeing like multiple men like every week. They're
Free
going for
dinner, doll.
dinners. Yeah. And I talk about all that. Don't worry. I've got a girl who'll be swiping Hinge, but she finds people and she finds dates, which is quite inspiring. But at the same time, personally, I'm all about energy. I
I agree.
My energy spent. Like, I can imagine if I went on like 20 dates in a week, I'll be so spent. I won't have anything for my creative side.
100%.
I would rather go on a date that's intentional. It's like, oh, I like you. We've been chatting for a minute. You're really interested and you want to meet up. There's nothing like, oh, mate, let me just come. And then they don't even take you out for a proper date. It's like we just do coffees to just get to know each other.
That.
I can buy myself coffee. I could go for a walk with my mate.
Yeah.
And we can have a great time.
Yeah.
Walk with the dogs, drink coffee.
Set up
great
a
chats.
motherfucking picnic with some flowers.
Like,
I need the
and,
effort.
And that's and that's why I think I find Australians, well, I think
it's Australia has a really poor dating culture.
they just don't know how to pursue a woman or do the little daring, heartwarming, romantic little things. It's just as simple as...
I literally had this conversation
simple.
yesterday with my mate who's Brazilian. For an hour, he was like, listen, this is what I would do. And I can speak for a lot of guys that I'm friends with. So he just felt like the guy that I have been seeing was like not putting in the effort I deserve, which is nice. But I said to him, at the end of the day, like, this is actually pretty normal for Australians. Like,
They don't date?
Not date, but I mean, like, you know,
I'm hot.
I'm not expecting flowers at my door. You know what I mean?
You see,
I want flowers, but, you know.
I've got girlfriends on Valentine's Day. They dated guys in Europe. She's like, I'm not dating anyone, but this guy I dated in Europe thought about me and sent me flowers. I'm like, what the fuck? So there is real genuine men that can do that.
Yeah.
Some men are just lazy and just full of excuses and a little gas. That's all.
Yeah. Well, all I'm getting is local dinner. That's all right.
A local dinner at the pub. There's nothing wrong with that if you go to the pub though.
Especially if you win the meat tray.
I love
And
the
I'm not
meat
talking
raffle.
about the raffle.
Oh.
Okay, let's go. Do you have a rogue moment to share?
You go first.
Babe, I'm the host.
That's why.
I mean, I don't really what did I even do this week? I mean, I can't say my rogue moment to the public that I did this last week. So
What did you do?
so I'll tell you off air later.
Well, you can tell it. You are the one that's going to edit it, so you can cut it out. But at least then it sets the standard of...
Well, I my rogue moment in the past week was I ruptured my ACL and they told me, like, I've been doing physio, etc., and they told me I could not, there's no possible way that I could fuck it more than I already have because, like, my ACL's gone. So I decided to go out last night and I went to a privé party, which was meant to be an after party for Travis Scott.
Yeah.
And then The Weeknd showed up and Sheck West. I was like, this is mad. Imagine if I stayed home being like, oh, I've got an injury. Instead, I was like, I have an injury, so I need to sit at a table. So then I had to sit on The Weeknd's table because I had a sore knee.
Oh,
and that's my
good.
rogue moment of the week.
Oh, that's a highlight.
How was it when you got down on your knees then?
Oh,
You
shit.
can't. You literally can't. You can't. I literally was talking about it with the guy.
How do you know?
I called him and I was like, I'm calling to inform you that I will be a dud root for the next however long. And he's like, no, babe, don't say that about you. And I go, no, I literally can't hinge my leg. Like, I literally cannot bend my leg.
Actually limping.
Yeah.
Like, really bad. Yeah.
I will be the best ever starfish of your life for a short period of time.
Probably a week.
No, they said like 6 to 12 months. Lucky guy.
I hate pain.
Hate pain.
I hate pain.
Pain, yeah. Speaking of pain, I was actually last night with the girls, we were talking about when a penis is actually too big and
I don't
you
like
can't.
big penises.
No, I don't like big penises either, and you can't do doggy because it feels like your ovaries are literally being crushed.
It depends on his performance too.
Yeah, you don't have to put it all the way in, freak.
It comes down to performance,
Yeah, I agree.
but it also comes down to foreplay.
True, because if you're not fully turned on yet, oh my gosh, I'm realizing
It's foreplay.
I'm having a moment.
Still, like, not just fuck you, but like literally. Yeah.
Right, because then your body's more relaxed.
Yes.
Learnings. Love that.
Yeah.
I need to keep that in mind more. I feel like, yeah, that's something I probably need to work on.
Yeah, I've actually told a guy, you're not putting that anywhere. No, we're not doing it.
Yeah, right.
That's just too big.
Yeah.
Doing?
Yeah. So every guest on the podcast gets a game.
What's the game?
The game is called Kink or Crime. So I recently had a discussion with someone that said that their kink was fucked up and all it was a threesome. I was like, that's not fucked up. Like, that's fine. So I thought I would read out. I'm going to read out some kinks that I found on Reddit that are like kind of, I'm not going to say strange because I'm not going to yuck people's yum, but you need to answer if you think it's a kink, like you'd potentially be open to it, or it's a crime, like no deal.
Okay, cool. Got it.
So the first one is, and mind you, they're weird names. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to pronounce it properly, but it's called abyssophilia. So it's an attraction to people in neck braces, wheelchairs, casts, or other devices that impair mobility. That was documented for the first time occurring in a woman in the late 80s.
Babe, don't go far. It's a crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but I had crutches the other day.
That you don't count, girl. You don't count. Don't even.
You're also lacking a certain appendage, I think, that she's looking for.
Okay, next one. Agrophilia. Fetish dedicated to sex in public places. Like, could be the beach, could be in the bathroom at the restaurant.
Yeah, that is hot.
I think it's kink.
I think it's quite hot.
I'm so into that.
It's kink. When was the last time you had that? And where was it?
Well, I want to figure that out because apparently Maryvale is leaking the footage of people that have had sex in the bathrooms there. And I'm like, leak it. Because I was like 19. I had my high school sweetheart and we got it on in the bathrooms there. I reckon my boobs would have been the best they've ever been in. So I'm like, leak it. So I was trying to figure out when that was.
Are they doing that? Wouldn't they be sued?
I think so. But I think staff were doing it with the whole like super, like, you know how they got in trouble for not paying people super and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like someone hacking and I don't know. Look into it on TikTok. Well, speaking of bathrooms, bathroom control. When the dominant person controls how and where the submissive can urinate.
Oh, nah.
Yeah,
Crime.
that's fucked.
So, you know what? Some pee's acidic.
Really?
Yeah, it depends on what you're taking.
Wow. This one's pretty gnarly.
Okay.
Just heads up.
All right.
Castration, an extreme fetish involving removal of all or part of a man's genitals. Actual castration is incredibly dangerous, and most kinksters obsess over the thought of it and don't actually go through with it.
As in me doing that to them?
Yeah, like you're meant to like hurt them, like they want to
Cut their nuts off.
Yeah.
No, crime.
That's a literal crime, whether it's consensual or not. You will literally go to jail.
I don't want to be a part of that process. I don't want to witness all that.
That's scary.
Traumatic.
That's traumatic. And no offense if that's your kink, but like that's pretty fucked.
No.
And like maybe
Crime.
talk about
Have
it
you
with your
ever
therapist.
have you ever heard of a mountain oyster before?
No.
No,
Do you know what a
tell
mountain
us.
oyster is?
No, tell us.
It's a farm thing.
Okay.
We love oysters. Is that what you're talking about? Like the oysters?
I like oysters.
It's when you castrate sheep and then you eat the testicles.
Oh,
Have
for
you done that?
fuck's sake, Jock. You have. That's why he's saying it. He's such a freak. Farm boy.
Have you?
No.
He's
funny.
lying.
I've
He
castrated.
definitely has.
No.
You're a freak.
I've tried them cooked before. They're not
You're a
bad.
freak.
Is that like a delicacy on the farm?
Not here, no. It's more of a gag that you just do on a gag, pardon the pun.
Yuck, Jock.
Wow.
Keep it real, man.
Yeah, mountain oyster. Google it.
No, I don't want that in my history. Ever.
You both said you like oysters.
Yeah,
I love
well, the
oysters.
literal.
Salty snack.
It's the food that keeps me skinny and horny, and that's the best thing about it. I don't want no lamb nuts or sheep nuts. I want an actual oyster. Zinc.
I thought you were about to say an actual.
Fuck, you think you're killing it today, don't you?
Oh, I'm on fire.
Anyway, the next one is, this one's just closed sex, but it's called endotophilia, so the affinity for sex while fully clothed or partially clothed. So you enjoy like lifting your skirt up to like, you know,
So you do it like, is it
on
like,
the side, like
what is
pull
it?
your
Like
undies
you're
to
trying to
the
tease
side.
him?
No, like that's how you would have sex. Like you pull your undies to the side instead of taking your clothes off.
It could be a kink.
Yeah, I don't think it's a crime. I've definitely
No.
done it before,
Yeah, it's a kink.
mainly because I was in public.
You don't have
Do you know, no one asked, but do you guys want to know the most public place I've actually ever
I
had
dare
sex?
you.
On a jet ski.
How? Explain. We need to know.
I was on the back and then I was like, switch.
And who's riding the jet? Nah, that's impossible, babe.
We stopped riding.
Who was riding it?
No, we were parked.
Oh, okay,
We were like
yeah.
floating.
Okay, that makes sense. I thought he was doing
If
these
you've
ones.
if you've ever wanted a summer romance, that's summer romance.
I don't know. It just feels so unsafe.
You have a fucking life jacket on.
I'm worried about the sharks. I'm worried about the jet
I was in
skis.
bloody Glenbourne Dam. It's very buoyant out there.
So, you
I
know
think
what I
it's
mean?
salt.
I'm worried about everything.
Wait, what's the other one? Salt and...
Water.
Ah, shut up. I don't
What
know
other
else.
one? What other, like, cool place have you had it?
That's definitely
But that must
up
be
there.
so hard. Imagine, like,
No, so I had...
Where's,
grinding on
where's
a
your
jet
most
ski.
public place that you've...
Yeah, go on. Where'd you
I'm about to find out. You're going to show me.
What?
Ooh, jock.
No.
Ooh. Double penetration. I feel like a threesome is not like with guys. I don't think that.
Oh, you've
that's-
had, like, two guys.
I haven't personally, but again, not going to yuck someone's yum.
Yeah.
Kink or crime.
For
2 guys, 1 girl.
me? No.
Crime. Crime.
My hole's not that big. I'm sorry.
You could go whole like fanny and mouth. Spit roast.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll
I-
see. It
I'm not
depends.
gonna
but I
diss
don't know.
girls
And
that
I
are
don't.
into it.
Yeah, and I'm not
But it's-
disgusted about it.
It's just not for you.
If I'm in a serious relationship, I don't want to do that.
I agree. I feel like once you bring people into the bedroom, if
Yes,
you're
yes.
used to like a monogamous relationship,
It won't work. Yeah,
it'll go downhill from there.
yeah.
Food play, incorporating food into sex. When I
Yes.
first read this, I was
Fruits.
like, ooh, why would you fuck a pie? And then I was like, oh wait, like it could be whipped
There's a whole
cream.
movie on that.
True.
Movie
Yeah,
series.
American Pie. American Pie.
But yeah.
But
Kink.
we're not fucking pies.
Yeah.
But we can eat strawberries and chocolate.
Yeah, I like that. That's
Yeah.
cute. I'm going to say kink as well.
Yeah, kink.
Now, the last one is really relevant because I saw a video of the Orvals about this. Like, their kid got a fright by seeing one, but it's called furries. So this kink, they're saying it's hot, literally, because furries dress as an animal or a humanoid animal, like wear a onesie or a headpiece. Crime. Creepy as,
It's like,
man.
it's giving
Furries, like,
Halloween.
I think keep that in the bedroom. If you're into that, keep it in the bedroom. Don't walk around the streets.
But you'd be surprised what people are into. You will be. Oh.
In Queensland, there are kids now at schools that identify as furries and they have to leave fucking water bowls out for them.
What a boy.
No.
Water bowls. I swear to God, I'm not making this up.
Are you serious?
Dead ass.
Oh yeah. Where did you find that out?
My friend.
That's it. That's not the best sauce.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you want to eat? Drink?
the book.
Yes.
When does it actually come out? So we can pre-order it now on Amazon.
Right now, you can pre-order the book and also Kindle.
Kindle. I've got a Kindle.
Yeah, you can actually pre-order and you will receive it on the 30th of October, which is like,
That's like
so soon.
Yeah. Let's see when.
Like in a week or so.
Yeah, a week.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so
Definitely.
exciting.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of, I want to read a part if that's okay.
Yes, please.
I'm actually embarrassed about my reading skills, but to be fair, I do read a book every single night to my little one. It's
that's
usually like Dr.
nice.
Seuss, so this is
Doesn't
a
that
good
have
one.
pictures?
Did you say I revealed? Here we go.
Look at you.
Upon reaching the door, I could no longer resist the temptation that consumed us both. My hands eagerly searched for his keys, teasing, exploring the depths of his pants. As his trousers fell to the ground, I shed my top, bearing my yearning flesh. We found ourselves in the kitchen where inhibitions were discarded like forgotten dishes. He swept everything off the counter, leaving space for our carnal desires to unfold. Climbing over the kitchen bench, he pressed his lips against mine once more, igniting a fire within me. With a sense of urgency, he spread my legs wide, exploring my most intimate delicacy with delicate strokes of his tongue. Pleasure surged through my body until I squirmed uncontrollably. Shut the fuck up, Jock. Uncontrollably.
This is weird while I'm sitting here.
I know, I feel like this is illegal that Jock's in the room and I'm a bit toey.
No, you're doing great.
Can you go away?
Keep going.
My ecstasy flooding his face. Unable to resist the intoxicating allure, he carried me to the couch in the sitting room where our bodies merged in a passionate dance of love. I bounced up and down on top of him, his lips travelling from my breast to my neck, leaving a trail of fiery kisses in their wake. Together, we reached the pinnacle of pleasure, our climaxes intertwining in a symphony of ecstasy. Well, if people don't get toey reading this book, then you're dead inside. I'm pumped to read this.
You would love it.
Are these do you have to get models to do this? I've always wondered. Every single spicy book, there's people on the front. Is it AI?
You could do AI, you could do illustration, you could get
illustration.
models. Yeah.
Oh, you're on the back.
Yeah, so you get to have me too.
Oh my God, baddie.
Yes.
So I found out the other day that Kelly, my partner, was in a book
owns
club.
it. Okay.
No, she was in a book club. It still is. But they were reading fantasy, and I always thought that was like bloody witches and dragons. And
Oh, no, you stupid little boy.
yeah.
Oh, you
so
guys were dragons.
well, apparently there can be that in there, but
Yeah.
it's just
So you
written
just thought
porn.
all of a sudden
Written porn.
you did something really great, and that's why you guys were a bit more active than usual. But
No, I
joke's
didn't.
on you. It's the book
Oh,
club.
it's the book. I love that.
Well, Suzan,
What did you think?
Oh, I think I'm interested to read more. I don't want to say out loud that I'm going to read this before bed every night with my vibrator.
Oh, it's perfect for a vibrator.
Yeah, I'm pumped. Well, congratulations though.
Thank
I'm very
you.
excited. So October 30, you can pre-order now.
Yes.
Kindle, Amazon, hardcover or digital.
Yes.
Let's do it. Well,
Thank
congrats.
you for having me.
Yeah, thank
this
you
was
for
fun,
coming in.
actually. It was very chilled.
Yay. Thanks for listening to A Bit Rogue, where we uncover the stories of athletes, artists, and celebrities with their most rogue moments. Episodes dropping every Wednesday.